Hey everybody, we have to smile. Welcome to Two Comic Book Dudes. This is our new Comic Book Day haul show for December the 2nd, 2015. The last single digit Wednesday, right? No, we have one more, right? Yeah, the
Yeah,
ninth. We
next
have next
Wednesday will
week.
be the ninth, right? Or the
Oh, yeah.
eighth.
The next to the last single digit Wednesday that we will have this year. This won't happen again until, a year from now.
Right?
Terrible. Anyway, whatever.
Monumental.
It doesn't even matter. um, so we go pick up our books today, and then we show them off to you. Go through the things we picked up, talk about them, try to catch you up on storylines, see if we can pique your interest in something new and different. We don't get a lot of DC and a lot of Marvel stuff, but we do get a lot of the independent stuff. So if you're really looking for a rundown of every DC book, you're not going to find it here. There are a lot of them. Same with Marvel, but we pick and choose which ones we're only reading the ones that we really like. So,
Yeah.
yep.
Which is what everybody should do. I mean, and
Right.
you're gonna pick up those books that you just randomly are like, oh man, this should be good, and you pick it up and you're like, never again. So that's just part of the
Yep.
process.
There's been quite a few times this year that I picked something up because I thought, oh, that first issue looks really cool, and read it and was like, no,
Yep.
dropped. So, and I have a pair of scissors today, just in case we have some stuff to open.
I think I know which one you got. I think there
I got
were two, and I
I
think you
got
got
two of
one.
them. I got them
You got
both.
both of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
so we usually start off with Vertigo and DC. Then we clump in all of our independents in between there, and then Image, and then Marvel. And our Marvel we break out by regular Marvel and then non-regular universe Marvel stuff. So, which is usually all Star Wars, Marvel Star Wars stuff. So, until they start crossing over superheroes with that, we'll keep it separate from the main group.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but hopefully you have a comic shop where you go and you can put in a pull list, and the owner or whoever it is pulls comics for you every week, and you can go in Wednesday and pick them up and get a discount for buying however many books. That's like the good kind of comic store. So hopefully you have one of those. Anyway, all right. Well, let's get started with Vertigo. I got one book, and actually, so it's funny because I went in the store and I'm looking on the shelf because I missed going in last week early, and so I went to the shelf and I was looking through the stuff, and I said, "Well, I didn't pick that book up," and it was Survivor's Club from Vertigo #2, and this is a pretty interesting story. It's kind of weird. I'm still figuring it out. But then Justin and I were talking, and 3 was out today. You said, right?
Mm-hmm.
So issue 3 came out today. If you're reading that, don't forget to go pick that one up. But it's pretty good. It's written by Lauren Bukes, and Dale Halverson is also writing. So there's like a couple different writers, and there's some really neat art, and it's just a weird kind of I don't even know how to explain it really. It's just a weird story. So that's another one of the new Vertigo titles, though, to check out.
Cool.
Yeah. So how many DC books did you get today?
Just two.
Just 2? Okay. So I picked up a regular copy of Harley's Little Black Book, #1, which looked pretty good. It's heavy stock, nice artwork, nice pages. Of course, Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner are still working on Harley, which is great. So I'll keep reading it. And it looks like is that Wonder Girl on the front there? Not Wonder Woman. It's Wonder Girl.
I don't know. It could be Donna Troy. I don't know.
So
I don't
anyway,
know.
yeah, I'm not sure. Oh no, it does say Wonder Woman. Yeah, when you say
Okay.
featuring Wonder Woman. So okay. So I don't know really what this story is supposed to be about, how it's supposed to work in the regular continuity of anything. If it is, I don't know. So just another fun book to read. I like Harley Quinn stuff. So far they've been keeping the story interesting. Oh, I guess what they've done is switched uniforms. She's wearing Harley's
Ah,
costume, and Harley's wearing her costume. So
gotcha.
that's why.
She's got the
Yep.
lasso.
Yep.
So is that an ongoing or is that a miniseries?
I think that this is a mini series because there's already a regular ongoing. I don't know.
Oh,
Let me
gotcha.
see if it's let's see in the back here if there's anything. No, it says continued one day, but the end for now.
Oh, so it could just be like kind of a one shot for now.
Could
I
be a
gotcha.
could be a one shot. I think it's to kick off the whole events for this week or this month, which are the Harley's Little Black Book bagged comics, which I got both of those. And they both look the same. But yeah, there's one for Harley's Little Black Book and one for Green Lantern, number 47. So the cool thing about this was you have the opportunity in these bags for the same price as a regular cover to get either the regular cover or the variant sketch cover and then the variant something else cover. There's like 3 different ones, right?
Yeah, my shop had the bag books were $10.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So I
The
didn't get
cover,
them.
I mean, cover price is right there on it. It says $4.99.
You could get the regular cover for cover price, but if you want a bag book, that's $10.
That's sad.
Yeah.
So if you want to go ahead and show off yours, I'm going to open up Harley's Little Black Book, number 1, bagged
Okay.
copy. I was going to get the bagged copy and just keep it. But then I was like, what's the fun in that? I want to know what's in it,
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, my first one this week is Batman and Robin Eternal, issue number 9. We have Bane on the cover here.
ooh, cool.
As Red Hood and Red Robin. So this one, like I said, I'm sticking with this one until 10, which is next week, and then I'm going to reevaluate whether or not I really want this book or not.
Good idea.
But so far, it's been pretty good. It's a weekly series, so it has peaks and valleys. Like one week the story will be great, and the next week it may not be as good.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to keep a weekly series solid the whole way through. I would say as someone who thinks they can write sometimes.
Okay then. Well, I'm gonna give up on what I was trying to do. Oh, good. It tears right along the seam, which is awesome. I cut it just a little bit, and then
Oh,
Okay, so
maybe.
I can't remember I can't remember the variations. Let me look in the Harley's Little Black Book and see if it talks about it, because there was an advertisement. I know there's an advertisement for it. So go ahead and talk about your other one, and I'll flip through this and see if I can find that.
The other one is one of the big books from DC this week. We're starting Robin War, so I got Robin War issue 1. And this is a good, Hardy stock cover, and it's a $5 book.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a 1 of 2. And then I opened up the book and I started looking through it. And it looks like there's several different stories, or the art changes about halfway through, and then I don't like it.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's only a 1 of 2. It's only a 2-part story. But I don't know if I'm going to stick with it. I just don't like this art for some reason. Something about it. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's always something to consider,
Yeah, that's what it was, though. You can see by the cover here, there's so many names.
Oh, yeah.
They literally switch artists in the book at least 3 times.
Jeez.
So,
okay.
Not what I was expecting.
No, I can understand that. So I was just looking over the variations that you can get. It says there'll be 3 versions. There'll be the color art, the black and white, and the blue line pencils, and they're in equal numbers. So there's you could get any one of them no matter what you're buying. So
right.
I was just hoping for a sketch, the black and white, because those are cool looking. So let's see what I got out of my copy of Harley's Little Black Book. Oh, shoot. I got the fact that I didn't open it quite far enough to get the book out.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, hold on. That's why I have scissors. Just come out of there. The big reveal.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, nice.
Ooh, hey, that's the pencil version, right?
Is that J. Scott Campbell?
Yeah.
Well, nice.
Yep. So that is very cool. Pencil version of that. Very, very nice. So yeah, that'll definitely go in a bag, and a board and a hideaway in a secret place. So, could I get as lucky on the Green Lantern? And I mean, really, they're in equal quantities, so it's not like it's that lucky, and that's the whole thing. The
Yeah, but it
bagged
would be
ones,
cool to get both sketches or get
yeah,
both black and white,
for sure, yeah. All right, let's see here.
Oh, result.
Now let's see if I can just do this, because this worked well before. Hey. Okay. Green Lantern is looks like a sketch. Looks like a sketch. Nice. Very nice. So yeah, that's a pencil sketch. That's Darwin Cook, which is really cool. Harley and Green Lantern on the front there. Pretty cool. So
yeah, let us know in the comments, like what DC title will you be getting the Harley Quinn bagged edition of?
Yeah, because I think there's 7 or 8, maybe 10.
Well, I would assume they're going to do like all their flagship titles with it, so we'll probably get one for like Superman, Batman, The Flash, Wonder Woman will have one, stuff like. I would think those like type of titles. So I may get. It depends if they're still $10. Yeah. But if not, if they're closer to regular price, I'd probably get The Flash.
Yeah, pretty cool. I didn't expect to get both sketches, so that was awesome. Awesome. And that's pretty cool. So that's the best luck I've ever had.
Heck yeah!
All right. Any other DC on your side?
I'm done.
Okay, and then next for you is Image. Okay, so I've got a few books to talk about then. So first off is from Black Mask. This is a new #1. It's called Xed. And it just has a cool look to it all the way around. I mean, the cover's just got a bunch of stuff going on there. Weapons and people attacking and dead people and, I don't know, people with clocks on their heads. It looks pretty cool. The artwork inside, very nice.
Wow.
Just looks kind of twisty. Tricky. Looks like a sci-fi. Oh, and you know what? I hate this.
Damaged?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
I mean, completely torn off. And I don't know if there are any other copies of this or not. So this will be one I'll be taking back in. So that's too bad.
Dang.
All right. Well, that happens sometimes. But it does look pretty cool. If you happen to pick that up, it's a new one. It's Xed #1, and it is from Tony Patrick is the writer. Illustrated by Ian Hyrule. And the colors are by Doug Garbuck. And the letters Jim Campbell. So looks pretty interesting. I thought it would look cool. That's why I had it put on my poll. I'll let you know.
Cool.
This week, I think this is the wrap up for this series. Yes, this is #4 of Tet from IDW and Comics Experience. So this is the variant. I thought that was a cool variant cover.
Seems but like that's been coming out pretty quick too.
It has, every week or every 2 weeks. It's been a very interesting story because it's set in 2 time periods. You're following what happened during and like right before and during the Tet Offensive, and then you've got this guy who was a soldier who was in love with this girl, and they were going to get married. He was going to basically take her away, and he gets shot on his way to find her during the Tet Offensive. Ends up back in the hospital, sent back to America to recover, and it's like he never gets back there. And so now it's 1980 something. It's like 15 years later, 16 years later, and he's called back over by this police officer that he'd worked with to try to solve this mystery of this guy's murder. And it was really cool because in issue 3, we found out why the guy was murdered. It had nothing to do with the spy stuff we thought it was going on. Turns out the soldier was gay. And so he was hiding it, and he was in love with this guy, and he was heading there. And basically, he was seen with this guy who was worked with the communists. And because he was seen with the guy who worked with the communists, they thought the guy was working with the Americans, and they were both spies, and so they had him killed. So it's pretty sad. But he goes back and finds the girl, and she's been married all this time and lives a good life, and it's something he feels like he could never have given her. So it's pretty cool. Very, very interesting story. I really liked it so far. So I'll have to see how the wrap up goes.
Cool.
And X-Files, continuing season 11. This is issue number 5. We've still got a lot of stuff going on with Gideon, this guy who has super psychic powers, and he's really leading everybody kind of on this weird goose chase. But we think that last issue, Mulder kind of finally figured out what was going on. It has something to do with this satellite that he's using to maybe boost his powers or communicate with somebody. So I was trying to bring him down. That's kind of what this is all about. But maybe Gideon has some other plans. We don't know. So, and Gideon, I guess, is from the show a while back that, he was a major player in 1 or 2 of the seasons. So I don't know. I'm still making my way back through the series, trying to get caught up before the new show kicks off in January for 6 episodes.
Yeah. I probably dropped off 3 or 4 seasons left to go or something like that.
A lot of people did. I think when the first movie came out and people were like, oh, the movie, and let's go back to the show. And it's like season 7, 8, 9, 10. And then, it's like, oh, okay, I'm done. And it ran on for another, or 7, 8, and 9, I guess. And that was about it. So, but yeah. So we'll look at Dynamite stuff. The second issue of Warren Ellis's James Bond, Varger, is out this week. And this is pretty interesting. It's an earlier Bond story, and it's got some interesting stuff to it. So, just like anything with Warren Ellis, he takes his sweet time to tell a story, which is good and bad, but it plays out like a Bond movie, which is pretty cool. So
nice.
Yep.
What Bond is it in that? Is it? I mean, how do they draw the character?
He's drawn like you would expect James Bond to be drawn.
Like Daniel Craig or Sean Connery, or
he looks like
generic James Bond character guy.
Yeah, he looks like John Hamm.
Oh, really?
Nice. Yeah. I mean, let me see if I can find a good picture of him. There we go. And it's one of those, like the guy in the black suit. That's James Bond.
Okay. So it could also be Bruce Wayne.
Could be, yes, or Tony Stark without the goatee. Yeah.
Minus goatee.
Tony Stark having a bad facial hair day.
Oh.
So I've got issue 4 of Aliens Vampirella from Dynamite and Dark Horse, and this has been a pretty neat series. Vampirella is sent up to help these archaeologists on another moon who are digging down into this weird place, and they find aliens, and they get face hugged, and things burst from chests, and so now they're hunting down the last couple of the aliens. It's pretty cool. And the last Dynamite book I have this week is issue number 3 of Garth Ennis's A Train Called Love. And this is just a weird freaking story. It's a romantic comedy / bounty hunters. I don't even know. It's just weird. And you throw in some animal porn and you've got a story. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep, pretty much. So it's very weird. Got one regular Dark Horse book, and that is issue number 6 of Barbed Wire. And these covers are so good. They're just put together so well. I like them. Very, very good. And Chris Warner's writing this. Pretty good story so far. In the last issue, she kind of got some breathing room in relation to the bar and being able to take care of it. So still has to pay rent, but at least she didn't lose the place. So that was cool. Getting into Boom and Archaea. Toil and Trouble, number 4. And this tells the story of kind of like pre-Hamlet of the witches, the 3 witches, and kind of their play in the whole story. So it's pretty good. Sometimes a little hard to follow, but
I want that one, but they don't have the first issue anymore, so I'm going to wait for the trade on that one. Definitely picking it up, though.
Yeah, there'll be 6 books, so they'll probably group all 6 into one trade.
Yeah.
Issue 5 of 6 of John Flood. This is Justin Jordan's miniseries with Boom. Been pretty good. This is the bad guy, and he's kind of just like John Flood. They both have weird powers, but it's going crazy. I mean, a lot of cool stuff. So, and then last one from Boom this week, Rowan's Ruin, number 3 of 4. This is a pretty cool series. and there's ghosts and a haunted house, and this American girl switches places with a British girl, so they kind of do a house swap.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's living in this house called Rowan's Hill or something like that. But anyway, um, she has been seeing weird things. And she said, finally realized it's ghosts, and she's like, "Fine, if they want to talk, let's talk." And the end of last issue, all these ghosts were around her bed, and so this issue is kind of her coming to terms with these ghosts want to communicate something, and she needs to help them figure out what it is. What is their unfinished business, I guess, right? So it'll be cool. I want to see what happens. Cool. I wouldn't buy it if I didn't want to see what happens, right?
Right.
So, all right, continuing some of these comics based on movies that are continuing a story or telling a different story. Pacific Rim, Tales from the Drift, #2, and this is pretty cool. The first issue was really neat. It's like after they drop the bomb into the drift, it's still active. Something's still going on. So they've sent some more of the things to it and tried to stop them. I believe this is from. Maybe this is from before. It's hard to tell the way time is, if it's from before the movie or from after the movie. So it's pretty cool though.
Cool.
I picked up from Titan, Garth Ennis again, Johnny Red #2. He's pretty prolific right now. He's got a lot of stuff out. But this is pretty cool. It's a guy who's trying to rebuild one of these the warplanes from World War II, and nice. And then it's kind of a story of what happened to the plane. And, he's like, well, I need to know what happened with this plane. He takes it to this guy who was a mechanic for them back in the war. And this guy tells him this crazy story about the plane. And so that's kind of what the story is. It's like, what happened with the plane and where did it come from and where did it go? And it's pretty cool. It's definitely different than what I expected. I mean, I've read a lot of war comics, and so I wasn't sure what to expect with it, but I didn't expect this kind of a story. It's really good. A couple books from Oni Press this week. Of course, I had to pick up Invader Zim #5, as Zim continues to belittle Dib and everybody else because Zim is supreme.
That's right.
Yes. And then Blood Feud, and I think this is a back issue. Blood Feud #2 was out a couple weeks ago, but this is a pretty cool story. It's kind of like a feud between two families, but the families turn out to be like werewolves and monsters, and so these guys kind of get mixed up in the middle of it. So and like one of them are black magic practitioners, and the other ones are werewolves or something. I don't know. It's really crazy. So okay, that's it. And then we got Image stuff. So let's see. I think I have 5. I got 6 Image books this week.
1, and I think you got it also.
All right. Well, I picked up. I'll go back to my back issues. So I got this from last week, Ringside #1. It's a wrestling book by Joe Keating, which I really like him. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of an interesting story. I want to see how that is.
Let me know how it is. I might pick it up for my nephew or is it mature?
Well, let's see.
It'll say on the back near the barcode.
Yeah, it's rated M for mature.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what makes it mature. I'd have to look through it and find. I'll let you know though. I'll read it and let you know.
Cool.
So, okay. Well, let me go through. If you just got one, I know what that is.
Yep.
So I picked up Citizen Jack #2. This is such a crazy book. This guy is from a northern Minnesota town. He was the mayor. He kind of got kicked out of office. He's a snowblower salesman. And he basically made a deal with a devil, not necessarily the devil, to run for president. So it's pretty interesting because he's like a crazy, gun-toting, whatever, wild man. It's pretty funny. So should be an interesting story. Godworld Part 2 and Black Science this week, issue 18, Rick Remender's story. Godworld is this world where the main character finds himself, and it's like Grant McKay. He's kind of died a couple times in the whole story, but it's like alternate versions of himself keep showing up. And in this one, he ends up in this world, and he meets himself, and then he's just like so confused. I mean, everything's just crazy. So it's a good story though, really really cool, and definitely continuing a long series that's kept my interest. So
nice.
Number 10 of They're Not Like Us. and this one's called "This Is What She's Like," and I guess that's what she's like. This has been a good story. A bunch of people with different powers, and they've been trying to cope in the real world. They've got some different infighting going on, so it's kind of soap opera-y in a way, but it's pretty interesting. And Plutona #3, about a bunch of kids who find a dead superhero in the woods, and the dead superhero just happens to be like their favorite superhero ever, and she's dead. So now they're trying to keep it secret and not tell anybody, but it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
And I can't believe you didn't pick this one up. I don't know. Maybe you're not a big Western guy, but Blackjack Ketchum was out this week. #1.
Yeah.
Looks really good. I wanted to read this one. So it's Brian Shermer and Claudia Balboni and Jeremy Saliba doing the work on it. And I was impressed looking through it. I like the art, and the story looks pretty cool. It's a supernatural Old West story. So, and then you want to talk about the one you got? Because it's the last one in my stack.
9th Generation #1 or 7?
Yeah. I got this cover too. Yep. I was going to get the other one, and I thought, no, I bet he'll get that one. So
I didn't even see the other one. No,
oh, really?
This was the only issue at my shop.
Well, they didn't pull mine, so I had to go get it off the shelf. But they did have like a bunch of the other cover. But then I know it's just amazing. I was just flipping through. I was like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
The artwork is
I'm
awesome.
still liking this series. This is fun.
Oh, yeah.
The darkness going on and everything.
I love the artifacts anyway, but yeah, it's cool to mix the two environments together. It's pretty neat.
Right.
All right, I got one Star Wars book this week.
Okay.
Continuing Vader Down Part 3, Star Wars #13. We got Vader and Leia there on the cover. It's kind of cool. I haven't read Vader Down #1, and I haven't read what was it, Darth Vader #13 or whatever the other one #13 is that continues the story. I think it's Darth Vader. So I don't know what's going on yet, but I'll get caught up and I'll fill you in next time. And then all the rest stuff I have is regular Marvel books.
Same for me. I have 6.
Whoa, I have 7. I beat you by 1 this week.
Nice.
I don't know what it's probably this. You don't get this one. I got Nova #2. Pretty good story so far. Number 1 is good. Him and his dad are both Novas now because his dad's back, and it was pretty good so far. His dad's helmet was having a problem, but then at the end of the issue, they revealed that his dad is not who he seems to be. So that's kind of cool. It's like the boy doesn't know anything. It's like, whoa, okay. So we got something going on.
Is he a Skrull?
Maybe. Some kind of shape changing weirdo.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
All right.
Okay. Go ahead with yours, and we'll see if I have it in my stack.
All right. All new X-Men issue #1.
Yep.
Yay. So this is going to be our young team again, except for Angel. Or no, that is normal Angel. Yeah. Okay. It's Angel, but he's still got the Black Vortex powers, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. One of the few.
We got Kid Apocalypse also on here.
Yeah.
So we'll see what this kind of. I'm not sure about this team. I'm not as sure about this X title as I am the other X title.
This one?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm liking this one so far. And what is it, issue 3 out this week, right?
Yeah.
So far, they're getting a good story going. Yeah. I'm not so much with the other one. I don't really like the young team.
Right.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I'll give them a shot, but I know I'm going to stick with Extraordinary X-Men longer than All New. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So along the team lines then, Avengers #2 came out this week. Yep. So another good team book. You got whoever the big bad dude is. I don't remember his name from the first issue, but looks like he's dropping down on them. So he's going to reveal himself to them. Looks like we got Vision showing up. Maybe for the first time in this series, so that's kind of cool.
He wasn't in the first issue, so yeah.
Yeah. So Mark Waid's writing this. It's pretty good. I'm happy with it. It's decent so far. so far. All the rest of the ones I have are number ones.
I think we find out who's in the armor,
Oh, good. Okay.
and it's not who we thought it was,
Okay.
or anyone else we thought it was.
Interesting. Is it okay? Well, I won't say. We won't spoil it for those of you who didn't get it yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say this though: it is no one you thought it was.
Okay.
Anybody?
Is it maybe not a person at all?
Potentially.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, I got 3 number ones. What do you got left?
I have a 1, a 4, and a 3.
Oh, you have a 4. What's your 4?
My 4 is Invincible Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
And this is our Mary Jane showing up here.
Yeah.
She's going to start doing, I think she's going to be doing some PR for Stark Industries or something like that.
Okay. Her and Pepper going to go at it, you think?
I don't know.
I don't know. You think Stark can handle 2 redheads at one time?
And Friday also. His AI is Friday. She's a redhead.
That's right. That's right.
But he goes and visits some kids and takes all his armor and lets the kids wear his armor. So he's doing charity work. You know what I'm saying? To put on like a good face.
But he's still a bad guy, right?
No, he's not. No. He's not superior anymore. He's just like trying to figure out what to do at this point.
That's interesting.
His stock tanked because a kid figured out how to make armor like his at MIT.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was reading about that in one of the Avengers books, I think. So, okay. So, which number one should I pick?
Whichever one you want.
Well, I don't want to pick one you have. Well, I'll pick one you have. I know you got this one. I like this cover, though. I picked up Daredevil number 1.
Yeah.
Had to get that this week. New Daredevil title kicking off. I like the action figure variant. I thought that was pretty cool.
My store only had like 3 variant covers.
And were they $10 a piece?
I don't know. I didn't want any of them.
They were all the same cover, all the same cost. So they had other variants like in the box, but those are $10 or $15 or whatever. But I just thought this was cool because it's got the action figures with the variant heads and all that stuff. So I don't know. We'll give it a try. I always liked Daredevil. I hadn't been reading the last few series, but anyway.
He's my favorite. And Ron Garney, I don't know if I've ever looked at any art from Ron Garney before, but this looks great. This feels like a Daredevil book.
It does. It looks like
harkens back to like some Frank Miller style Daredevil.
That's cool. That was some of my favorite. Yeah, and the earlier Romita stuff.
Yep,
I like that. Back when he cared.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I love it. I'm not, I'm not sure about the sidekick or the apprentice that he has now, but
Blind Spot.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, is that his name? Blind Spot.
I think it's Blind Spot. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Actually, he's got a suit that runs on batteries that makes him invisible, just not to Daredevil. It's kind of cool. That's why I picked it up. I wanted to see a little more about him. So we'll see what happens. Cool. Yeah. So I picked up Inhumans number 1. This is all new Inhumans number 1, and it's got a cool cover. I like that, and I like the use of the way the space is and stuff. It's pretty neat. So this one's being.
So is this going to be like the young Inhumans?
I don't know. Charles Soule's writing this one, and I just don't know. It does look like it's the younger group, but then there's, I guess that's Crystal. She's got short hair now. What's up with that?
Is it really her?
Yeah, she had a haircut, I guess. Got a haircut and got a real job. So, I don't know. It's Crystal and Gorgon and a couple of the other guys. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. They're Uncanny. Bless you. Uncanny Inhumans is the other one, and so we'll see how they play off each other. I may read them for a little while and drop them if I don't like them. So
yeah.
All right. What's your last book?
Doctor Strange, issue number 3. Cool shot of him. Kind of lost all his clothes. Run away.
That's funny.
But this, Jason Aaron book. So I don't know. It's fun. It's trippy. You're jumping all over the place through
Gosh.
dimensions and things like that. There's all stuff, So, wait, there's a rainbow sequence in a second. So I'll show you. Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, cool. Nice. I like the way it's put together. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a fun book.
Yeah. Who's doing the art on that?
This is where is it?
Looks familiar.
Chris Bacalo?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Bacalo?
Yep. Yeah, he did some X-Men stuff and
Yep.
Cool. All right, and the last book I got then for this week, I had to pick it up because one of my favorite writers is writing it. Guardians of Infinity #1, Dan Abnett's writing. So, pretty cool. I like him. Usually, his stuff is great. I say usually because, there's always that off chance.
Yeah.
But this, it has all of our Guardians of the Galaxy folks, Drax and I guess, is that Nebula? That looks like Nebula, doesn't it?
Looks like
the
her.
blue skin. So there's Groot in the background and Rocket, of course, Drax and Nebula, and then a couple other. I don't know. This almost looks like Forge or something.
I don't know. I looked through the book. I know the Thing is in it also.
Oh yeah, there's a bonus story with the Thing. So I don't know. I'll read through it, let you know what I think. That it's got the old Guardians and the new Guardians, like the Guardians 3000 and the regular Guardians in there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. But
yeah.
So lots of books out this week, lots of new #1s, lots of new titles to check out, a lot of cool indie #1s. So definitely, there's going to be something there you want to read. Hopefully, there's not too much that you want to read. And just remember, some of this image stuff, if you don't pick it up right away, you can always get, after 5 issues, you can get the trades for $10. So it's much better than paying $2.99 or $3.99 an issue. Just pick up that trade. So a lot of good alternatives there. That's it for the books for December 2nd, 2015. So if you would you please like, share, subscribe, do that now. Do it right now.
Do it now. Click.
Awesome. That's it. Took you just a couple seconds. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you're reading. Let us know what we're not reading that you are, that we should be picking up, and we'll tell you why you're wrong.
Wrong. You don't know what you're talking about.
That's right. That's why we're on this show and you're not on this show. If you'd like to be on the show, let me know. But anyway, you never know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Have a good one, everybody.